We've got Mike. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Cisco, please put your hands together for our expert, Paresh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, he's really good, right?
Oh,
now
stop.
my problem is, how do I match up to that energy, right? But yeah, I'm going to try my best because I'm going to talk about all-flash performance, NVMe performance, when things are not working up to a level where they should be working, what you can do, right? How do you solve the problem, and then how do you recover from the problem? Okay, so I guess that's where I want to start from. What you see on the screen is the fastest storage array on the planet today. And you can see the numbers, right? These are like well-certified numbers, up to 10 million IOPS, up to 150 gigabytes per second of throughput, and a response time under 300 microseconds. And that's really awesome. And if you want to see that with your own eyes, it's on demo right here. The air noise that you see here, it's like the real fans running out there, and it's coming from there. So it's on the demo right here. So go check it out after this session. But the point is this, right? Are you going to get this kind of performance in your environment? Or let's say if you don't run the environments in your counterparts or your customers' environments? Or maybe you get it today when you're installing it. How about 6 months from today, or 12 months from today, or maybe 18 months from today, right? Because things go bad, it's so hard to figure out where is that missing piece, right? What really went bad? And this is exactly the reason we need to figure out and, get a sense of deep visibility that what exactly is happening in the environment. And here is a reality, right? What you see here on one edge is the compute or application infrastructure, right? On the extreme left for you guys. And on one end, you have the distributed storage. And then connecting these two layers, we have a network in between, right? And there's so much of complexity here because your compute infrastructure is virtualized, non-virtualized, different operating systems, endless list of applications out there. All of them behave just differently. So is the case on storage. What you see here is Power Max, but there are different products like Unity, Extreme IO, and they have different architectures. And in between, in the network, you have different speeds, different generations. I still see customers where a 2 gig HBA is zoned with a 32 gig HBA, and I don't know how that's working, but yeah, that's reality. We still have those kind of environments. So the question is, when things go bad, it's so hard to figure out, right? And in my experience, what I've seen whenever problems happen, the first step of troubleshooting is blame. It's not me, it's somebody else, right? So we don't want to do that. The reason that happens is because we just don't know enough. So what we have done now is the switches that you see here, which sit in between your compute and storage infrastructure. These switches, in addition to switching of the frames, right? That's what a switch is supposed to do. But in addition of that switching of the frames, these switches can also perform a deep packet inspection all the way up to SCSI layer or your NVMe layer, depending on whatever workloads you're running. And then it can provide you a lot of metrics. It can provide you visibility. For example, what is your IOPS? What is your throughput? What is your response times? Let's say if you're not getting a response time of 290 microseconds, then what is the response time? That's first. Then why it's bad, right? What is causing it to be, let's say if it goes to 1 millisecond, why it's 1 millisecond, right? You can figure all of that. And once the switches get the metrics, the switches don't just keep the metrics with themselves. They send it over to an external analytics and visualization engine, right? Because, data is not going to solve the problem until you use it nicely, right? And that's where the power of that external visualization and analytics engine come into play. Now, in this case, we stream the metrics out to Virtual Wisdom, right? So the demo that you have here, it's exactly doing the same thing. There are workloads going all the way to the Power Max. The NVMe workloads are generated by SandBlaze. And in between, you have a Connectrix MDS switch that performing a deep packet inspection and sending the metrics to Virtual Wisdom to really, tell you what's wrong and where it's wrong and how you can figure it out. In addition to, those points that your switch is natively perform the inspection and provide you the metrics, it's really easy to deploy because it's integrated within the switch, right? So you don't need some long planning or some extensive recabling assignments. None of that is required. And it really scales well because, I mean, wherever your fabric is present, the capability is present there too because it's part of the native switching functionality. Okay, so overall, I would say, if you think about, the integration that has happened between the Connectrix MDS product line and the Virtual Wisdom, it's essentially, I would say, it's the best of hardware and the best of software coming together and providing you the value that if you are having or you're operating that all-flash array that's really certified for that high performance, if you're not getting that performance, then what is the reason for that and how you can solve it out, right? So I highly encourage all of you, if you are interested, like even though I know it's like probably the last day here for the show, but there's a demo here, spend a few minutes and it's really powerful. So thank you and enjoy the rest of the show.